that, so they've asked, they met with Mr. Reyes and myself and Dr. Garza and his GC, requesting a temporary certificate of occupancy. So we're prepared to do that as soon as they get some of these other final inspections done. Camino Real was issued their certificate of occupancy. They were just completing one side of the parking lot area. I believe that is coming along as well. And Judge Camacho, is she here? I think they're working on possibly doing a grand opening for that as well. Dr. Sanchez building, that is also coming along. They've been a little slow on some of their work. I'm not sure why, but the inspections are trickling in on that one, and we hope to have that open soon. I know they have some good plans for some of those areas of their building for retail space. And finally, the community projects and future plans. You heard from Mr. Esquivel on Operation Clean Cut, and then we are looking at a community neighborhood cleanup initiative, and that goal is to identify a neighborhood area or maybe perhaps a single project, and we'll bring back some ideas for council to look at and possibly approve and see what direction you want staff to go. Any questions on community development?
No, just comment. I have to commend you guys and staff and city manager on for that movement within our community.
Right.
The community is seeing that. There is already a photo that was placed at the Patel construction area, so it's already on social media. So people already know what's gonna go out there. And it's being commented all over. So again, I have to commend you there that the movement is now moving in economic development. I'm glad that the chamber's getting ready to roll out their grand opening tomorrow. So it's music to our ears, like we say, and I commend you guys for the hard working.
Thank you, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you all for having that confidence and trust in us. I know from my end, our jobs aren't easy, especially on the code enforcement side, but bear in mind that, you know, we're here to do our jobs. We have an ordinance or ordinances that we follow, and a lot of times the public is not quite aware of, you know, what that job and responsibility entails. And we are working to try to get that information. Once we get our new website going, we're going to put in as much information as possible to educate the public on what, and I know the mayor does well. He's met with us to put comments on the city's website regarding what some of these areas of responsibility are. So we'll continue to work on that. Thank you. And Mr. Ramiro, you're next for for the parks.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. From the Superintendent's Office for the Parks and Rec, we're still continuing to work on all our park facility rental forms, get those up to date. Graffiti and drug use around both of the parks, all three of the parks have increased. I hate to say that. We're trying to schedule in the spraying for the mosquitoes. We finally got the machine working. Now we just got to get the product in to start getting my guys out there to start spraying the city down. I will order the pesticide chemicals between now and tomorrow and Friday. We'll get chemicals ordered. Inspection of all the playground equipments continually is done every monthly by myself. I manage on preparing the complex for the upcoming events. Make sure that all the department vehicles are serviced properly. Perform inspections on all facilities and make sure that all the facility work orders are worked on and completed. For the right-of-way crew, I would say probably about 40% of the workload per month consists of work orders. So these guys are being it's only a 3-man crew. They're out there. They're working real hard and getting those work orders completed. Then they'll come in and do the coordinates and so on and so forth. So they're pretty well busy up as they are. We make sure that the appearance of the city right-of-ways are kept up to standards. Over oversee that all city ordinances are kept up to the city standards. We finally filled in one of the positions that was lacking, that was open in the right-of-way crew, so that we're back to 3 people now. We continue to properly maintain all mowers, equipment, and vehicles. We continue to clean all the right-of-ways around the public schools for now that the school has opened. For the facilities, the facility maintenance works daily to provide facilities that are safe, comfortable, and efficient. We dedicate ourselves to provide professional services on repairs, maintain and modernize each city facility for the citizens. They continue to maintain all AC units, continue to repaint some of the offices that need to be repainted again. The HV peanut has been installed, and then we also continue to spray the facilities down and the vehicles for COVID. As far as under the Parks and Recreation for August 2024, I've sent in the paperwork for the park employees for the pesticide license number 5, which is the herbicide for the right-of-ways. We're communicating with the Pearsall Independent School District for the soccer coach and the upcoming soccer season to be held at the sports complex. Worked with the USSSA Association for upcoming tournaments. It's a new tournament association coming in from Laredo. They deal with a lot of select teams from San Antonio and around the United States, around Texas, and they're looking for a place to come in, and they're going to start in Pearsall by the middle of next month. We have registered the park employees for the landscape irrigating licenses course, so they should be doing that next month. Security cameras have been repaired and we're back online. Any questions?
Thank you for all y'all doing.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I may, I forgot library, and we're gonna go through that real quick. Just, Ms. Sarah, we'll just do this real quick. I do want to report to you all that we did receive a letter from the Texas State Library Archives that we've been notified that we have met our accreditation minimum criteria. And what that means is that we are eligible to participate in the telecommunications discount program and the TechShare program and grants that are available to the library. I want to introduce Ms. Sarah Duran Del Toro, and she goes, and she's a library coordinator, and she's just going to go over these monthly statistics real quick.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. Thank you. So monthly, I do submit some statistics to Ms. Moran to let her know how our patrons are through our library for the month. So for the month of August, our patrons served was 2,423. Out of that, 283 patrons were in the library for computer use, or whether it be our actual computer stations, Wi-Fi use off their personal devices, or coming in to use our Xerox copy machine, scan email and so forth. 776 of those were actually just walk-in patrons, so all these numbers get broken down from that 2,000 count, but 776 were actual people walking in. And then of course we had 12 new members added to our library for our membership cards. And our revenue collected, which comes from the Xerox copies, faxing, and that sort of information, it was $410.65.
And that's been an increase from previous reporting months. And Ms. Sarah oversees the library and all the programs and activities that happen there. And in addition, she supervises 2 employees. So,
Thank you very much, Sarah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, new school report. Good evening, council, mayor. Any That's in the food. I got extra ones. Can you provide that on one side, we can pass it? We can pass it around, so they can get a rough idea of what it entails. Then they can bring it back around here, yeah, they can pass it down. That's just an example of, well, because they need to see it too, because it's, one's for felonies, the other one's for misdemeanors. I know Ms. Garza knows about those. But we'll go ahead and just start with the OCA report, pretty much, and you know, the most important one is the tally at the end of the page, which was at, the total was 13,606.86, that was brought in for the month of, August. The municipal court report, of course, you know, dismissed after deferred dispositions. We had 18 dismissed after driver safety course. We had 2, and this is the sheet I'm going off of right now. Sorry. Dismissed after proof of insurance, 2. Other transportation code dismissal, registration, DL, etc. There's 16, basically, compliance dismissals. Dismissed by prosecution, she has 0, but I know that, sometimes because of the circumstances, we do forward some to the prosecutor that, you know, have exceeded either the days or, due to exigent circumstances, and we allow the prosecutor to make that judgment call, and then we'll go ahead and honor that. Truancy cases, we had 0 filed. I know we had a show cause on that for prior truancy cases. New cases filed 169. Total cases disposed 110. Show cause hearing 0, and appeal cases to the county was 0. The last, yes, ma'am.
Why is there no truancy? Why is there no truancy cases filed? Is that?
They're, because we had, the show cause on prior, court orders. So they were court ordered to do either, DAP or, you know, whatever the case may be, and they failed to do it, so we had to bring them back in. So it is truancy, but it's not, that's why, I don't know why, you know.
I can maybe give a little more information on that. They're not considered new files, that's why you probably don't see it as, you know, a number reflected on that chart, but maybe it could go under the show cause for truancy, like a new category. This is actually the first time that we officially do a show cause for truancy, so that is new, in the truancy department. Usually it's new files and then repeaters during the year. But this is the first time that in August we're doing a show cause for all of the people that didn't end up complying with, let's say, summer school violations, or didn't pay the fines, and that also includes the parents contributing to the non-attendance. They will all be classified under the truancy.
Judge,
And I think there was 7 files, for the truancy show cause.
what's this, the total cases disposed, what's that?
I believe that's the total number of cases disposed, overall, whether they were paid online, they made the judgment, jail time credit, you know, community service, as long as they complied.
It just shows this.
The new one, okay. Now this one here, we're going by, mayor asked for it. You have to understand, the majority of this is based on, the week that I'm on call to arraign people at the jail. As you can see, the top line, it was a total of 25, on a 7-day period. If a holiday falls on Monday, then it's 8. Number of, arraigned by me were 43. 14 were felony cases. 14 were felony cases. 27 were Class A and B misdemeanors, and 2 were Class Cs. You know, somehow they're still getting by, you know, PI, stuff like that. Bonds set by myself, 28 were surety, 2 were cash, and none for PR. Bonds set by other courts, and what that means is, we go down there and say the district court judge has a motion to revoke, right? They have the say-so on the bond. Whether it's a felony and they only wanna put 5,000, hey, we can't change that. We have to go with their word. 9 times out of 10, for whatever reasons, they're real high, but once in a while we'll find low ones. Of course, there weren't any cash or surety. Moving on down the line, warrants issued. And mind you, this is for the PD. Felonies, a total of 3 for the month. Misdemeanor Class A's and B's, 9. Class C's, we didn't have any. CAFIA's traffic warrants issued were 51. And of course, that's gonna be on the other report as well. And then we have under warrants issued, I put down there search warrants, blood warrants, 0, emergency detention warrants, 0, emergency protective orders, at a total of 3. So of course, that has to be done at the jail, and those packets that you see that I provided for the misdemeanor, you gotta do one for each misdemeanor offense, whether it's Class A or Class B. For felony, you gotta do one for each felony. So keep in mind, sometimes we get people that have 16 charges. 1. Yeah. Just to put a perspective on it. And like I said, this is a lot of the times just that 1 week that I do the arraignments at the jail.
All right, you got anything else, Judge? Any questions for the judge?
Those 25 arraignments, they're for the month of August, right?
Yeah. Yeah, again, that's for that 1 week. Because we have a rotating schedule, the JPs and the magistrates, right? So out of the whole 12 months, you know, we'll arraign people 10 months apiece, and we're gonna be off 2 months. So JP 1 is off 2 months, JP 2, 3, 4, myself, and municipal court Judge Flores. And mind you, the rest of them, so far as the warrants and all of this other stuff is, if I get called upon for whatever reasons, they can't find somebody, and, you know, the sheriff's department calls, hey, can you do us a favor and mag this person for whatever reasons, he fell through the cracks, and his 24 hours are coming up, well, yeah, then yeah, I'll show up, you know. We're in dire need of the jail, and we don't need to fall into peril or, you know, have Joe Commission standards come, so, yeah, we all have to do our part.
All right, Judge?
Any other
I
questions?
have one question for council though. On Ms. Murphy, on that
Oh, yeah.
truancy category that you're talking about, that that you're now classifying where if they're coming in, they're paying their fees, all that. I know that when I was the school district, we talked about that. Is that something that now the court's looking at it closer now to see if, because is it beneficial for cities to be spending so much on, and the school might not be doing their part? And, you
We
know,
always run into those issues, and I know because you've worked specifically with truancy, you know, you're a little bit more aware of the issues that we do have or where we need help with. Yeah, it is a lot of work, for the staff. Commend, you know, the truancy officer and the court clerk for being able to prepare all those files, because it is a lot of documentation, that needs to be processed in. But, there was 7 violations. They were able to get it in, for that show cause. There was a legislative update with the forms that, you know, we were never really enforcing that end, and the school made that recommendation that they wanted to bring back certain students that I guess may still be in violation starting this year. So just to try to, get ahead of that. But likely they'll probably be brought this